up their road trip against the 14-10 LA Clippers. Good evening and welcome to our coverage of Rockets basketball right here on Space City Home Network with Ryan Hollins and shortly Vanessa Richardson. I am Craig Ackerman, and Ryan, obviously the Rockets' momentum has been slowed with these back-to-back losses on this road trip. Their first back-to-back losses, in fact, this entire season, but a chance for this team to get right tonight against the Clippers.
Yeah, the Rockets have a chance to bring a lot of energy tonight, and man, it is tough to beat a team 3 times in a row, so there's nothing going to be easy about tonight, no matter who's on the other side for the Clippers.
Well, James Harden is not playing for them. Fred VanVleet is not playing for Houston, so things could get a tad bit interesting here tonight. Now, back on November the 15th, when the Rockets blew out the Clippers, Jabari Smith Jr. had his best game of the season, 28 points, 11 rebounds. It would be nice for him to repeat that effort tonight, wouldn't it?
Craig, I tell you how impressed I am with Jabari Smith Jr. this season. One of the things, you can argue that he's made the most sacrifice of any Rocket this season. It's rare that the ball comes to him offensively in the midst of a set. What does he do? Go get it off the rim, run in transition, defend multiple positions, and you've seen him this season more than any take on the task of guarding opposing team centers, switching, guarding everybody on the floor, but he does a lot of the dirty work. He's taken pride in that, and he's a huge part of what the Rockets do this season.
And the Clippers aren't exactly the biggest team going in the league, and so he has the ability to shoot over the top of their defense. Now for the Clippers, Norman Powell is having a terrific season, his best shooting season of his career, and is also the Clippers' leading scorer, and he will be a point of emphasis, no doubt, especially with James Harden out of the lineup.
Dealers, Toyota, let's go places. And by First Service Credit Union, bank like you own the place. Hi everybody, welcome back to Los Angeles, California, where your Houston Rockets are getting ready to take on the LA Clippers. I'm Vanessa Richardson. Ime Udoka said his Rockets team was outplayed, out-hustled, outworked, and that the ball was sticking way too much offensively in those previous 2 losses. He said everything that we've done to gain a great record went out the window for some reason those past 2 games. He also called it, quote, one of the softest games since I've been the coach of this team. So I asked him just a few minutes ago, what do you want to see from your starters tonight from the jump to know that they received those messages? He said effort, communication, assertiveness, and aggression. I also spoke to Fred VanVleet, of course not playing tonight, but I asked him what he tells the young guys about navigating the highs and lows of the season. He said stay focused, get lost in the work, get lost in the preparation, stay locked in. The team had a lengthy film session yesterday at UCLA, and of course, they hope to turn it around tonight. All right, Rockets basketball is coming your way on Space City Home Network, where the team is looking to make it 4 in a row against the LA Clippers. The first game for the Rockets in the Intuit Dome coming up.
Welcome back to Inglewood, California, everybody, with Ryan Hollins and Vanessa Richardson. I am Craig Ackerman as we get you ready for the finale of this 3-game road trip for the Rockets. Let's get to our starting lineups here, presented by Mattress Firm. Again, no James Harden, no Fred VanVleet. So the Rockets will trot out Jalen Green, Amen Thompson, Alperen Sengun, Jabari Smith Jr., and Dillon Brooks. On the other side, you got Chris Dunn. Kevin Porter Jr. is back from an ankle injury. He's missed the last 3. This is his first start of the season, and his first since April the 7th of 2023. While still with the Rockets, he'll join Zubac Jones as well as Powell in their starting lineup. And Ryan, it's now time for the keys to the game, presented by Toyota.
Play with pace. Tonight with no Fred VanVleet, it is imperative that the Rockets stay out at the half court and use their athleticism to get up and down the floor. Second chance points. This season, the Rockets' best offense has been their second chance points. Not Jalen Green, not Alperen Sengun. Them hitting the glass and beating teams up in waves and ball pressure. Offensively, the Clippers really turn you over. They climb into the basketball, so you have to take care of it. And defensively, let your ball pressure, your strength in numbers outweigh Los Angeles tonight.
And as Vanessa mentioned in her segment, and Ime mentioned following that loss to the Warriors, the Rockets in these last 2 games against the Kings and the Warriors have kind of gotten away from what they had been doing to get them that great record to start the season in the first place. It's now coming into play tonight, trying to end their first losing streak of this season, as Dunn nearly had his pocket picked by Amen Thompson. Kevin Porter Jr. pressured, kicks it to Dunn. They give him space to take the 3, and he makes the 3.
Yeah, and he was dared to take a lot of threes in the last 2 meetups, and
sure he was frustrated and worked on his shot a little bit more coming into this third matchup.
Both teams playing without their offensive engines in Fred VanVleet and James Harden. So we'll see how things go. There's Smith on the block, the back down, the step through, rising up and getting the shot to go down. And that's what I mentioned in the open, Ryan. This is a smaller team that the Clippers have out on the floor, and Jabari should be able to get those shots over their defenders all game long.
And especially if they're going to put a small on him, those are the matchups that he's going to take advantage of. And Norman Powell, how great has he been playing this season? Probably the most improved candidate if he keeps up.
24 a game, a career high, shooting almost 51% from both the floor and from three, both career bests.
Former teammates right there.
Yep. Sengun on KPJ. Kind of pulled the chair from underneath him just a moment, but LP was able to regain his balance and score.
Yeah, love that from LP. Take advantage. No help comes. This barbecue chicken. Go ahead and get a bucket.
Porter on the move, turned back, trying to go to Zubac, nearly had it stolen. Now whirls and his hook shot goes down. He's averaging career highs in both scoring and rebounding this season.
That's where Zubac is best. You know, catching and finishing. He can score with either hand. He's got excellent size.
Leads the NBA in total rebounds coming into play. They're the best defensive rebounding team. The Rockets are the best offensive rebounding team. They almost turn it over. Sengun doesn't take the three. Now Dillon Brooks, who will. The Rockets, of course, really struggle to shoot the ball against the Warriors.
Craig, what we just saw is what you can expect. A couple of these possessions as Dunn gets that shot, little floater to go, to be a little helter-skelter, not as clean as you're normally used to seeing with Fred on the floor.
Green from the wing. His high arcing three is short. Foul downhill. Absorbed some contact with Thompson and finishes the play off. So the Clippers now up by 5.
And Norman Powell, maybe his 2 worst games of the season versus Houston, so he's going to have a lot to prove.
Averaged about 11 points per game and only shot about 28% against the Rockets in those 2 losses at Toyota Center, one of which was a cup game. As the Rockets, of course, won their group and will host the Warriors when we return home. Smith almost had a stall. Now, one thing that the Clippers do have are a lot of guys who can pressure the ball and come up with steals and deflections.
Yeah, so the Rockets better off taking a contested shot than turning it over and starting the Clippers fast break here tonight.
Shot clock winding down. Brooks quick release three. That rims down.
Boy, again, you know, you got to play with force and move the basketball. You're going to get the looks that you like. And I think the one thing for the Rockets is getting your feet set, getting prepared to shoot. And Norman Powell over aggressive here, especially knowing why James Harden is out. So that's what he's going to be asked of. Craig, you see there the ball movement and late in the shot clock. Dillon Brooks delivers, and he's really been, you know, in spurts, just huge for the Rockets this season.
Both teams are rested entering play here tonight. The Rockets last played on Thursday. The Clippers last played on Wednesday, and they were blown out by the Minnesota Timberwolves. And they don't play again, the Clippers, until Friday, December the 13th at Denver. So this is their only game in well over a week as the Rockets get the ball back. And here comes the man Thompson down to the rim with a big-time throwdown in traffic.
My goodness, he just climbed Kevin Porter Jr.
Clippers working around the horn. Here's Derrick Jones Jr., and he's able to finish at the rim. I think it took the Mavericks a little bit of time to get used to playing without him. Obviously, they've gotten their act in gear, but he was so vital in their success last season. He's having a good year here with the Clippers as Sengun scores.
Again, good to see some offensive flow, but the Rockets need to get stops, and that's the one thing between these 2 losses is kind of the flow of communication, lack of one-on-one play, where the Rockets' success was really going out and shutting teams out.
Done on Sengun, shoots over the top, and again the Clippers regain the lead. Back and forth we go. Good offense for both teams to start. They're 6 of 9. The Rockets are 5 of their first 7.
And again, Chris Dunn, you know, he knew that he'd be challenged from Coach Ime Udoka offensively, and you know, normally a guy who's going to play within the flow, and he's been aggressive.
Sengun had 16 points against Golden State, which snapped his 5-game streak of 20+. Nice find. And then the score.
That should have been an and one.
Yeah, it looked like he got
wasn't
pushed.
called. He was pushed.
Amen Thompson has certainly excelled as a starter in his young career. KPJ back to Dunn. Brooks will post. Dunn falls down, spins away from it, but unfortunately misses it, but gets the ball right back.
Again, a big key is those second chance points, and see Amen Thompson here with the start for Fred, and he's been great in his minutes, and I think that's just excellent. That, you know, sometimes the guys come off the bench, they don't have the same energy that they play with when they start, and Amen's still been pretty productive.
Both teams getting the majority of their early scoring in the paint. The Rockets already have 12 of the paint. The Clippers have 10 as Houston coughs it up. Corner the crossover. A little bit off balance and misses everything. And then Dylan Brooks got pushed, shoved out of bounds towards Clippers owner Steve Ballmer sitting along the baseline. As we have a timeout here, the foul on the Clippers. The Rockets with the lead. 5:57 to go in the first. And how about that finish? California, this place is pretty awesome. Incredible concourse there. Facial recognition to get into some concession areas. Virtual Pop-A-Shot type games. And there's a look at the very unique and incredibly steep wall that they have here in Intuit Dome. Now, I've got to admit, it's kind of sparsely populated at this particular moment, but it's very steep. And there are no luxury boxes interrupting that wall. Makes up about a quarter of all seats in the building. Fans have to prove that they're actually Clippers fans. You can't wear opposing teams' gear in there. I believe it's first come, first serve. You come in, you get your seat. It's very steep, and ultimately when the Rockets do attempt some free throws here at this end of the floor in this half, it has affected opposing teams at the foul line a lot this season because of the fans and also because of the depth perception with the angle and the steepness of that wall. It is very unique.
Well, what it is, you know, when you're shooting, the depth perception helps, but the opposing team, then they throw up all the, you know, charades and kind of distractions. And hey, Craig, you got 3 games of big Steven Adams.
Yep. Jalen Green contorts his body and somehow gets it to go.
Contort is right. I don't know how he ends up fitting that ball through the basket from the opposite side of the rim.
Rockets need a big game from him with Fred VanVleet out. Down to Zubats. That was a deep 2. Powell was looking for the call. Didn't get it. Rockets have scored 6 straight off the pick. Green for the free throw line over Zubats. In and out.
And that's the game plan. You know, attack Zubats as long as he's going to sit in that deep drop.
And that time Powell did get the call on Brooks.
So again, Norman Powell, you know, he's not shy here tonight. He knows he's got the green light with no James Harden and having a brisk discussion with the referee.
Yeah, again, that was going back to the previous play that he should have gotten a foul call. There's a look at James Harden. Rockets fans, join us for liftoff with full half or quarter 2024-2025 season ticket memberships. Call 713-758-7300 to speak to our team for details on locations and pricing. For more information, please head to rockets.com. Powell's also a very good free throw shooter, about 84%. Who needs the wall when you've got me?
You and the wall rival.
I am the wall. I am the Rockets wall as Jayshawn Tate gets some early run here, stepping in for Jamari Smith Jr. Again, no Fred VanVleet. Tari Eason still out in concussion protocol, and Jayshawn Tate's not 100% healthy either, dealing with some lower back pain, but getting some early run. Hasn't played much this season.
JT's lost some weight, man. He looks in excellent shape, and even when he doesn't play, I'm telling you, JT puts in his work.
Cuts and then runs into his own guy, Amen Thompson, and still lays it up and in.
What a luxury representing tonight for the Stay Ready crew. I'm telling you, JT's probably the hardest worker on this ball club.
And then And Steven Adams picks up the foul on the Jordan Miller drive.
Miller getting more and more opportunities.
Yep.
Man, he is a bull getting downhill.
10th straight appearance for him after playing in just 4 of their first 15 games. In both of the games against the Rockets, he had some good minutes and some good production. And now we're going to have a timeout. And I believe a coach's challenge here on that last foul call. I believe they showed the whirl. There's the green light. In fact, we have a timeout here. We'll take it. Coach's challenge for Ime Udoka. And as of right now, it's a 19-14 game in favor of Houston. Very successful coach's challenge for a couple of reasons. One, the foul initially called on Steven Adams was taken off the board. And two, because there was a foul by Miller on Adams, obviously proximate to the play, that's new with the review system this year, an offensive foul was given to Jordan Miller. So you took one away from Adams, you gave one to Miller, and it's Rockets basketball.
Yeah, I love that officiating, and great job there from Coach Ime Udoka. And surprised Steven Adams didn't have to make a fuss. He kind of threw us off.
I've got to admit, I'm a little surprised they missed that in real time.
Well, referees are looking for body language, and it just appeared that he, contacted Big Steven.
Porter trying to work on Green. Able to step back there on that block and got that one to go. He airballed one earlier from near that same spot. Off the pick, Green knifing into the lane, stepping through, draws a crowd, kicks the take. Corner 3 is no good, and then knocked out of bounds last touch by Los Angeles. A fresh 14 here for the Rockets.
Excellent basketball there from Jalen Green. You love his assertiveness getting downhill, and then felt the crowd collapse and hit a wide open JT.
Adams able to free up Dylan Brooks, who's hit the only 3 so far for the Rockets, who are now 1 of 6 from downtown, but they have scored 16 of their 19 in the paint to make up for the 4 shooting from the perimeter. But again, that's something that unfortunately we've seen a lot of this season, as Zubac is able to howitzer it in for 2. He's having a tremendous season. That loss for the Clippers in their last game here to Minnesota ended up snapping a 9-game winning streak at home. Jalen Green up top, feathers in the 3.
Great ball movement there from the Rockets. I think every Rocket touched the ball on that possession, and I can imagine Calvin Murphy loving that one.
Of course, this is a very important game as Zubac scores again, especially from the Rockets' perspective. They win here. They win the tiebreaker of the Clippers. And of course, the standings at the end of the season of the Western Conference are going to be super tight. Adams and Green not on the same page. So it results in a turnover and an easy one for Powell.
Yeah, Steven Adams, different than Alp. Alp, you can throw it to him with his eyes closed, and he's going to find a way to come out of the attack with the ball.
Now we get a whistle.
So again, Rockets got to be mindful, especially against the Clippers with those turnovers. That's something that they do as a group.
Derrick Jones Jr. just picked up the foul. Nick Batum has come in for the Clippers. The veteran, his 17th year. Originally drafted by the Rockets with the 25th pick in 2008. Didn't do much against the Rockets in Houston. Did appear in both of those games and hadn't scored in the last 2 for LA. Tate sweeping through the lane, missed. Tip try Adams, also no good. Adams with the rebound.
Reading that scouting report.
Thompson stepping through, kicking it back out to Jalen Green. His 3 is up and down.
Good basketball. I don't know how a man ends up finding Jalen, and Jalen said, man, that pass was so nice. I got to finish this shot.
Second made 3 for Jalen Green. 2 assists now for Amen Thompson. Off the double pick comes KPJ. The leading triple try is off the mark. Now, Steven Adams, remember, in that last game at Golden State, had his most impactful and effective game for the Rockets. When things were not going the Rockets' way, Aaron Holiday getting some run, now to Green, and it's blocked by Jones, and all that length. Plus, of course, Jones is a terrific leaper. So the Rockets get it back, and here comes Tate to Adams. Jones, who softly dunks it down.
Good minutes from Jayshawn Tate. Had a nice rebound, got some assists in the ball game. But again, man, JT just plays with a high motor. And this is a guy who started 2-3 seasons ago for the Rockets. So, you know, hats off to JT for doing whatever's asked of him.
Zubac trying to back down. Then goes with the drop step, but misses the shot along the baseline. Out of dribble handoff with Steven Adams, setting those picks. Holiday for three.
Steven definitely got away with 3 seconds there. Never enough delayed, man.
He was in the lane for a while. And the shot drops for the Clippers. Kevin Porter Jr. drills it from the perimeter. Inside of 30 seconds, tough angle Porter three. Jalen Green, wow, with the defender in his face.
And again, the Rockets need aggressive Jalen Green. This could be one of those games like Philly where he goes off. I don't know, it'll be 40, but he's got the right mindset.
No question about it. Great start for him with 11 in the first quarter. His third made three. Porter circles, kicks Miller up top, and he answers with a three of his own. Rockets with some time for one last shot. Here comes Green off the pick, got it off in time, and it is short as the first quarter comes to a close. But a great start for that young man. He's got 11 points. He's made 3 threes. The Rockets initially were dominating the paint, and then it was Jalen Green from the perimeter, and when you add it all up, it's 30-28 Houston after one.
On Space City Home Network. Well, the Rockets had a lengthy film session yesterday before their practice at UCLA, and head coach Ime Udoka used a large portion of that time to preach the concept to his team of never getting too high and never getting too low. He said, look, we haven't really accomplished anything yet. I've done 5 interviews in the last week, and it doesn't really mean anything. Coach said his message was, don't get your head filled with that. We are a game or 2 from being 8th place. Don't get caught up. When it comes to social media, he said, I never understand why players would check social media. I don't even have it. Then he quoted Greg Popovich and said, people's opinions of you are none of your business. So Craig and Ryan, the main message yesterday, drown out the noise, both good and bad, lock in and focus.
Yeah, that's what has gotten the Rockets to this point, to this season, outside of these last couple of losses. I mean, the Rockets still are. Şengün works baseline and just works over the Clippers for 2 as he's come back into the game to start the second quarter. But look, as disappointing as especially that loss was again to a no Steph Curry, no Draymond Green Golden State Warriors team, their 15th straight loss to them, the Rockets are still off to their best start since going 19-4 in 2017. This is Jabari back in, stonewalls Miller. And again, plays great defense, but Miller somehow finds a way to get the shot up and in. And really good defense by Jabari, but a hat tip to that young man, better offense.
Shot right over the taller Jabari.
And he'll step into that three.
It's the time to run a lot of wedge. That's the post action for Şengün, and good shot there from Jabari, getting his get back. Probably frustrated he gave up that layup.
Rockets swarm Kai Jones. Shepherd in, doesn't take the shot. Probably should have, now to Holiday. And he misses the three short.
You get an open look in today's NBA on a fast break, you take it.
Order on LA kid, Aaron Holiday. Bones Highland, awkward looking shot.
I think he thought he was fouled, just kind of let that one go.
Bones Highland is having a little bit of a renaissance season though with the Clippers. Here comes Shepherd. The Holiday almost stolen by Porter, gets it back, and now we have a whistle, and it's going to be on, is it Kai Jones down low working on Şengün?
Yeah, Kai Jones probably the second time. Watch Şengün went in for a rebound. He just went and face checked him.
So the Clippers don't have Amir Coffey available in this game outside of James Harden. He injured his right shoulder in pregame warmups and is out. They're also without Mo Bamba, who's been seeing a lot more minutes. Didn't play against the Rockets in both those games in Houston because he was out with a knee injury, but he's out here for knee injury management. So again, they're pretty thin. Still no Kawhi Leonard, although they do expect him back in the next week and a half, at some point before Christmas, as Jabari got the offensive rebound and then got fouled on the putback attempt, and the Clippers want this to be looked at and challenged by Ty Lue, but I don't think he seems to be inclined to do so. So Jabari will go to the free throw line as Kevin Porter Jr. picks up his first foul. As Rockets have matched their biggest lead here at 5. At least a made free throw will give them their new biggest lead here. So hopefully that will happen. Here's the first. Into the wall. And he makes it. So the wall didn't affect Jabari. And now a word from O'Karam Injury Lawyers. Now opposing teams are shooting under 72% at the line at this end of the floor, shooting free throws into the wall. Now there are a lot of people really directly behind the basket, but this wall goes way up, and the rest of that section, again, as of right now, is sparsely populated, but the steepness and the weirdness of that has affected opposing teams, but obviously didn't affect Jabari. There are 51 rows in all as the Rockets have their biggest lead, and that didn't last long as Miller continued to score the ball. He's got 8.
I spoke with Ty Lue and he raved about Jordan Miller. And
Sengun spinning through 3 Clippers defenders, ultimately got clobbered, and he'll step to the line.
And Alp knows he felt it, and Guy Jones was going to be somewhere trying to block his shot, and that's the scout report, get to his chest, beat him, and know that he's going to be, looking to leap and block those shots right behind you.
All right, so 2 free throws here for Alperen Sengun. We'll see how the wall affects him. And it does. He misses short on that first one. Time now for our New Balance Fearless Approach. Youngest centers to reach 900 plus assists in NBA history. Alperen Sengun at the top of that list. 22 years and 131 days young. And he goes 1 for 2. Highland to Dunn, his 3. Off the front of the rim, ricochets to Holiday. Sengun directing traffic now at the high post of Smith. A lot of bumping, and eventually a foul is going to be called on Dunn.
There's 2 with a lot of history.
Yep, going back to last season.
Peter Griffin and the chicken, man, I told you. Going at it, man. I don't think they want to lose any more money. But those 2.
Well, you know what? I know Ime mentioned that to stay off social media, but these recent Family Guy edits on Twitter/X have been very entertaining.
So like somebody's ready for Instagram. That's what I hear.
Nope. Now that in that regard, I will still heed Ime's warning. Shepherd for 3. Offensive rebound, Sengun in traffic, back to Holiday, and he gets it to go.
There you go, man. How good has Aaron Holiday?
We got a timeout. Ty Lue calls it. Rockets go up 8. 41-33. That was their 6th made 3. Holiday's first. The offensive rebound, and that's what those typically lead to, which are wide open kick-out threes. Buy rooms to go. Don't miss Mattress Month going on now. And by Jack in the Box. Unwrap 24 days of free gifts on the Jack app through December the 24th. One of the unique features of this new building is the fact that every single high school jersey in the state of California is represented here. Over 1,500 of them. And if you played for the Clippers and you went to high school in California, you are represented. And Ryan, there is your high school jersey.
Oh, man, that is pretty cool and just unbelievable, man. The skinny kid from Pasadena remembered. So I'm thankful, man.
In fact, I think there are a total of 1,550 high school jerseys represented against every high school in the state of California. As the Clippers make another 3, Bones Highland coming out of the timeout. Again, he is really shooting it well this season, over 41% from long range, and that is a career high. Here comes Holiday to Smith. Can't get the three off. Drives on Jones, had it stripped away. Again, the Clippers do come up with a bunch of steals and can't force turnovers. Miller squares up. And it ricochets over to Jabari.
You see Batum is now matched up with Şengün. Take him to the block and score. This is the advantage, and part of why Ime got Alki out and got to get him back in again against the second unit of the Clippers.
He's called for a walk, some happy feet. He doesn't like the call, but that was the right call.
And you saw Ime immediately saying, get on the block, go wear him out. That's the reason we have you in against the Clippers second unit. This is our advantage here with no Fred available tonight with knee soreness.
Miller through the lane, runs it up and in. He's the first Clipper in double figures. So he continues to play well against the Rockets this season. He's 4 for 7 now. He's got 10.
He can play.
Aaron Holiday on the move. Passes up the little runner, trying to kick it in the corner and threw it away. And then Miller feeling it a little bit, thought about the three. Now to Highland. He comes through the lane over the top of Şengün, and he scores.
Second unit has brought a lot of energy. Coach Udoka's had enough here.
Yep, he'll call a timeout. 7 straight for the Los Angeles Clippers. The Rockets still lead, but they only lead by 1. And as we head to break here, we'll check with Kevin and Calvin, who are hanging out in the rooms to go lounge.
And what we talked about this year was being more consistent, and you know, it's our first 2-game back-to-back loss, and so we want to right the ship there pretty quickly, but just get back to what we were doing well.
Yeah, that's the Rockets' identity. They have to outwork people, and if they don't outwork people, because they've yet to find consistent shooting, they can get into trouble, and that's what we've seen the last couple of ball games, is try to get back on track. And the Rockets called this timeout also because the Clippers ran off 7 straight and just over a minute's worth of play, as their 8-point lead has been trimmed to 1 with 7:17 to play in this second quarter. Again, the Rockets do come back home and take on the Golden State Warriors on Wednesday in that elimination quarterfinal cup game of the NBA Cup. The Rockets win, they go to Las Vegas for the semis and hopefully the finals. If they lose, then the Rockets will hit the road to take on the loser of the Oklahoma City and Dallas game in their quarterfinal matchup of the NBA Cup. Our coverage on Wednesday starts at 7:30. Hope you join us if you can't come out to Toyota Center and watch the game in person. Not to mention the Rockets would like to snap a 15-game losing streak to Golden State. Thompson stepping back, had to, because the Rockets played deep into that possession, had to take that shot, missed it.
Yeah, Rockets took far too long to get into that set.
Over the top to Batum. Some trouble with the catch. Here comes Holiday. Driving, slipping. And still has the ball. Gets swarmed. Is someone help that guy? And now he's going to get tied up. And we're going to have a jump ball.
And the ball pressure is now frustrating Houston. So they've got to take care of the basketball here and be mindful. See Aaron rocking the twist, looking like twins with his brother. Jrue Holiday of the Boston Celtics.
Well, we do have another little bit of an injury update. Derrick Jones Jr. is now out for the remainder of the game with some hamstring soreness. So no Harden. And remember, he's dealing with a sore hammy, and that is what ultimately turned him into an indestructible NBA player, into someone who was relatively human when it came to injuries. So you got to be careful with James Harden and his hammies. And now Derrick Jones Jr. is out. They're all without Mo Bamba. Amir Coffey hurt himself in pregame warmups. It's not been the best of days here for the Clippers.
It's a long NBA season, and James Harden, Mr. Houston right there.
Now second all-time in made threes. Ended up tying Ray Allen in that last game against the Rockets and passed him in their next game. Also 17th on the all-time scoring list. Next up on that list is Tim Duncan. But you got to be careful with soft tissue injuries now with James Harden's legs. Actually, I think technically it's groin soreness here tonight. It was that hamstring that really got him in Brooklyn. But those soft tissue injuries, now that he's 35, affect him a lot more than they did when he was 25. As we have
Clock malfunction, not sure.
stoppage of play. There was an equipment malfunction.
But here, the Rockets have to be mindful of the ball pressure. And offensively, have been struggling to get into sets. And since Batum has been guarding Şengün.
They come into Dunn. Now to Miller, who is their leading scorer. Backs it back out with the shot clock winding down. Launches over Smith. Too strong that time. Rockets trying to get back on the board. Again, the Clippers have outscored it now 7 straight. Rockets still looking to put some points on the board. Brooks will try the 3, and it rims down. So there you go. The Rockets end the drought.
Yeah, Rockets fortunate to get that one to go. And again, still not running any sets. Struggling to get the ball inside. And just some of the simple things that Fred VanVleet brings to the table is getting the ball where it should go.
And there's a foul on Brooks as he ended up getting Highland. I mean, even with Fred VanVleet, the Rockets are next to last in the league, actually last in the league officially now in assist percentage. As you look at Fred, was questionable going into that Golden State game with the knee contusion, bumped it a little bit in that game as well. Sitting next to Tari Eason, is still out in concussion protocol, but getting closer to returning. Powell comes into Zubac. Those two starters are back on the floor. Now to Dunn, short on the runner, rebound deflected and picked up by Brooks. Pick up Jalen Green coming off this hot first quarter where he had 11. Gets it back from Şengün. Put that pivot foot down, barely. Rolls around and drops for Şengün from the foul line.
Rockets fortunate there. Again, not really getting any offense and playing too late into the shot clock.
So they dump it down to Zubac. Working on Şengün. There's the help from Brooks, the skip, the touch pass, the corner 3 for Highland.
Well, how good has he been? And again, the second unit has really been impactful, pressuring the basketball, stepping in confident, making shots for Ty Lue.
18 points between Miller and Highland. Brooks on the block, coming through the lane, got fouled. That'll count. He'll toe the line for an and one opportunity. He's kind of fired up. He's always fired up.
Yes, he is, and that's hurt bones in his career. This side of the floor, playing defense. See that? Dillon Brooks is not going to let you off the hook, and scoring the and one. A little bit of Ole defense there, and cheers from the bench. You can imagine what Dillon's saying there, Craig.
Well, Dillon's got 10 now. He'll shoot for 11 here. Second personal on Highland. Completes the three-point play. And Rockets back up a half a dozen.
You can read lips, can't you?
I can. Sometimes.
Man of many talents.
Most of the time when you're trying to read somebody's lips, it's something that you probably repeat in this chair. Foul one-on-one out high. Slips by Smith. There's the help. The wraparound to Highland. The Rockets close out on him. He's able to create some separation, but throws up an air ball. And then Şengün got the rebound and then ultimately got fouled.
Great defense from Houston, sliding their feet, collapsing, recovering, contesting without fouling. That is textbook defense.
Rockets are smoking the Clippers so far in rebounding. Out rebounding them 20-11 so far in this half. Actually, it's just a shot clock violation. Şengün was not fouled. So just a turnover by the Clippers, their third. The Rockets have committed 8 turnovers. And again, that's why Fred is so important to this team for ball security reasons. And that's another turnover on the moving screen, which has become a pretty regular thing for Şengün. Picks up the foul. The Rockets turn it over. The Clippers get the ball back.
Yeah, see the frustration from Coach Udoka, but you know he wants his bigs to set screens, and sometimes they're called, sometimes they're not.
The Rockets are third in the league in turnover percentage, so they do a great job, and they have been in the last season, plus with Fred VanVleet of not turning it over after being plagued by turnovers for 3 straight years as Highland gets another one. That's his third make from deep, and now they got 2 dudes off their bench at double digits. So the Rockets are calling another timeout, getting sloppy. Clippers hanging tough. Miller and Highland carrying the offensive load, and the Rockets' lead is just 3.
I asked head coach Ime Udoka what challenges this Clippers team present despite the fact that they've had to deal with injuries. He said, well, they have dealt with injuries, but other guys are stepping up in their absences. T-Man goes down. Kawhi hasn't played this year. A lot of guys are taking advantage of those opportunities. Coach also said they're kind of similar to us at times, where different guys step up and contribute on different nights. Fred VanVleet said they are a scrappy team. They get out after it. Craig and Ryan, you're seeing it tonight.
Yeah, they're very good defensively. The Clippers create wreak a lot of havoc defensively. Ball pressure, come up with a lot of steals. They've been inconsistent when it comes to their shooting, but defensively, much like the Rockets, they can create problems. As Thompson, another offensive rebound, nearly turned it over, and somehow it finds its way to Jalen Green, who missed. There's another offensive rebound into a cutting. Thompson hangs in the air, dropped it in, and got fouled. So offensive rebounding, you could argue, outside of the Rockets' stingy defense this season, has been their greatest strength, and it has certainly been a strength for them in the first half of this game.
Greg, that is the Amen Thompson that we are used to seeing, hitting the glass, cutting, using his energy. Got the start tonight, missing his pair of twin Tariq, not available in concussion protocol, but there you go, Amen.
Dunn picked up the foul. See what he did against the Clippers in that last one. Both the first game got close in the fourth quarter because the Clippers' third teamers, that's going to be a turnover and a walk on Powell, played with so much force and energy. They brought the Clippers right back into the game after the Rockets led by as many as 19. As you see on their Academy Sports and Outdoor Super Bowl replay, the foul, all that and one for Amen Thompson. The second game against the Clippers was a total blowout in the Rockets' favor. And ironically, in both games, Ty Lue punted at the start of the fourth quarter, which was surprising. And there are the Clippers. They can force turnovers, and they do so there, or nearly. They did. They called a kick. I thought they might call a kick back on the Clippers, but it will be LA basketball. Ty Lue is at midcourt.
Rockets need to be mindful. Again, we talked about the ball pressure from the Clippers.
Norman Powell, their leading scorer, only has 5 points. It's been Miller and Highland who've done the heavy lifting for them. They've scored all 18 of the Clippers' points in this quarter, 9 apiece. 2.5 to go in this first half. First game ever for the Rockets here in this barn. Zubac's on Tate. And
you got to make a choice. You got to be in or you got to be out, and Alpin never gets out.
Yep. Defensive 3 on Şengün.
Called 2-9ing. And you got to get both feet out. You can't go halfway in and halfway out.
Powell makes the free throw. Rockets are 6-5 on the road this season. After starting last year 5-24. They've lost some ground in the standings because of this 2-game losing streak and the fact that seemingly Dallas and Memphis, they don't lose any more at all. As Powell got fouled by Tate on a 3, and he'll go right back to the stripe. And man, both the Mavs and the Grizzlies are rolling. So Powell back to the line. The Rockets are going to the quarterfinals. Join us at Toyota Center for the Cup, presented by Kroger, this Wednesday, December the 11th, when the Rockets take on those pesky and hated Golden State Warriors. Tip-off is at 8:30. Secure your tickets right now at Rockets.com. We will have that for you right here on Space City Home Network. You can join Vanessa and Ryan and yours truly, Kevin and Calvin, starting at 7:30 on Wednesday. If you can't make it out to the game, of course. Elimination game. Again, the Rockets win. They go to Vegas. And Rockets radio voice Matt Thomas achieves his dream of calling an NBA game in Las Vegas. The Rockets lose. Then the Rockets will hit the road to take on the loser of the other quarterfinal elimination game between Dallas and Oklahoma City.
They need the Rockets faithful to show up for that one. Need Toyota Center rocking.
Especially against the Warriors.
Yes.
Jalen Green in the air, hangs, banks, misses, but a whistle and a foul. We're going to get Zubac's with the personal, and Jalen Green will toe the line for the first time here this evening.
Zubac wasn't vertical and needs to get in a legal guarding position, Craig?
Yes, sir. There you go. There you go. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Second on Zubac. And so Green to the line, and now a message from Reliance. So the Rockets now 6 of 7 opposite the wall. See what Jalen Green has done this season. And the irony, and we talked about this, I think it was in Sacramento. Coming into this season, his home road splits, his better play was easily in games played at Toyota Center, but it's been the opposite this season.
Well, this is a better ball club, and Rockets just need his help more on the road. And Jalen Green's like, I'm ready to play. Give me the ball. And
terrific help by Tate. Porter will step back, contested 2.
JT just plays winning basketball, man. What a luxury to have a guy like that ready to go.
Jalen Green makes his 4th 3. He's got 16.
Man, he is ready to rumble here, and he's got his old running mate Kevin Porter Jr. on the other side.
Short rebound to Tate. Green circles baseline, finishes with the left hand. Biggest lead for Houston, up by 9. And Jalen Green continues to pour it on now with 18 points in this first half. 7 straight for the Rockets. Missed on the follow by Zubac. Houston looking for more. And then Thompson. Back to Brooks, a little stop and pop 3. Yes! That's his 3rd make from deep. He's got 14, and the Rockets are rolling 10 straight now.
There you go. Thank you, Jalen Green. He got things going, and Rockets group we're used to seeing.
Powell can't finish on Şengün. Highland took it away from Green, knocked away, pinballs back to Highland, stolen away from behind by Brooks. To Green, 3-on-1, bounce past Thompson, and got fouled.
There you go, and turning the offense, getting the defense going, and Dylan Brooks pumped up, and then Thompson running, and Jae'Sean Tate, man, filling in. He's a substitute territory tonight.
Dunn called for his
energy.
3rd. And then Thompson to the free throw line. A reminder that coming up on the Lexus halftime report with Kevin and Calvin, they'll talk about the Rockets' first half here against the Clippers, as well as Amen Thompson's start here in place of Fred VanVleet. Jae'Sean Tate, good minutes too, as the Rockets now lead by 13. And he makes them both. So he's 3 for 3 at the line. The Rockets are 9 of 10. It's a 12-0 Houston run, up by 14. We'll get the ball back to close it out here. Strong close for the Rockets, needless to say, here in the second quarter. Powell to Zubac. Double team, turned over, but unfortunately fouled.
JT has been everywhere here. Good energy, man, and a stingy defender, man. Scrappy, junkyard dog mentality, and man, his impact has been on this ball game. But again, man, I'm telling you, if you see JT on the road at home, he's getting his extra running in, his conditioning, and you see it, he's getting on the floor ready to go. He's not out of shape.
Powell off the pick, drives the lane, switches to the left, short, rebound poked out of bounds by Dylan Brooks.
Great job there from Alpi, going vertical, keeping his hands straight up and down, not fouling. That is the biggest difference in his ball game we've seen this season.
All right, so the Clippers with the shot clock off will take the final shot now. After all that transpired, they come to Kevin Porter Jr. Working on Tate. Comes through the lane. Contested runner, short follow, home, and that should count. Ivica Zubac at the horn to end the Rockets' 12-0 run. They're late in that second quarter, but Houston does lead by 12 here at halftime, 64-52, as they try to get back into the win column and snap their first losing streak of this season. And that basket indeed will count on the follow for Zubac, and Rockets assistant coach Royale Ivy is now with Vanessa Richardson.
Coach, these are two scrappy defensive-minded teams. What do you want to see from your guys in the second half?
Got to bring it. Keep on bringing it. The first 5 minutes was great. We were into them. We pressured the ball. We shared the ball, and the intensity is great right now, so we got to keep it going in the second half.
How would you assess Amen Thompson's start tonight?
Amen Thompson, he's our energizer bunny. I'm looking for a triple-double. He's got 5 assists and I think 3 rebounds, 8 points, so he does a little bit of everything, and the defensive intensity is great, so kudos to Amen Thompson.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Rockets fans, make sure you stay tuned for Rockets Halftime coming your way with Kevin Eschenfelder and the Hall of Famer Calvin Murphy.
Play presented by HEB. An awesome first half of Jalen Green. Leads everybody in scoring with 18. This part of that 12-2 Rockets run over the last 2 and change. To close out the second quarter, Dylan Brooks had 14 and a half. Played some great defense, sparking his team. And this is what the Rockets are missing in their most recent 2 losses in Sacramento and then again in San Francisco. Welcome back inside of the brand new Intuit Dome here in Inglewood, California. I'm Craig. He's Ryan, and that was more like it, especially the last couple of minutes of that first half of the Houston Rockets.
Yeah, the Rockets brought the energy. Thank you, Jalen Green, man. He started hitting shots, feeling comfortable. He's been unbelievable on the road. And then the Rockets hitting the glass, playing with high energy. And again, we talked about the big key to the game. What, Craig? Keep the pace up. That was an excellent way to finish and need more in the second half.
Yeah, you talk about the rebounding numbers. The Rockets all over the glass, out-rebounding the Clippers by 11. They're shooting 57%. The Clippers at 43. The wall did not affect the Rockets at all at the foul line. They were 9 of 10. A lot of turnovers, though, 10 of them. They need to reduce those. And the Rockets, look, a lot of second chance points, 12 of them in the half, a +8 in terms of second chance points against the Clippers. And the Rockets only had 6 offensive rebounds, so they pretty much scored after every single offensive rebound in that first half. Remember, they're the best offensive rebounding team in the league, and the Clippers are the best defensive rebounding team in the league. But the one thing that the Rockets have not done a good job of, which is what I just mentioned, and unfortunately what we just saw in their first possession to start this second half, which was a turnover, their 11th.
So right here we see Ty Lue taking a book out of Ime Udoka's book, and Batum is the one, and not Zubac, guarding Şengün.
Yeah, Batum starting. Remember, they lost Amir Coffey in pregame warm-ups, and they lost Derrick Jones Jr. in the first half. In addition to no Mo Bamba and no James Harden.
Look at Batum, he's just bumping and checking.
And no Kawhi Leonard.
There you go.
This man is also out for them with a fractured finger as Amen Thompson knocks down the 3.
Yeah, that's how you answer the disrespect, and Zubac guarding Amen Thompson.
APJ working around the screen. Got away with some, Bill Brooks looks like he got away with some contact. Dunn goes baseline but can't score.
Dunn questioning his jump shot there and
look out.
Shoot. Wow.
Kevin Porter Jr. strips it away from Thompson, races the other way, and then gets pushed from behind. So that's his first, but that was the Rockets' 12th turnover. And again, that number is very high and tends to be higher when Fred VanVleet does not play, as is the case here.
Not sure if they're going to look for a clear path here or...
Yep, that's what they're looking at, Ryan. Going to double check to see if that met the criteria for a clear path area. The Rams beat the Bills. This arena was at SoFi Stadium in the same vicinity. So a lot of traffic, a lot of activity in the area here today. Rebound Thompson poked away from behind by Dunn. Powell misses the 3. He's been very quiet. 0-4 now from long range. Yeah, this new facility is about 5 blocks away from the Forum where the Lakers used to play, and then 3 blocks away from SoFi Stadium where the Rams play. So a lot of activity. And the Lakers, of course, are playing tonight as well, but they're downtown.
Clippers trying to get back into this game with ball pressure. And here's the thing. Sengun has to go out and post up Batum. He's got his hands all over him from the perimeter. Finally, a timeout called before it was a foul.
Yeah, so Ime steps onto the court, stops action, calls a timeout. Will step aside as well. It's 67-50 of the game, represented by MD Anderson. Jalen Green's been on fire, still leads everybody at the gym in scoring. It is 4 of 8 from downtown so far.
Greg, the one thing you love about Jalen tonight is zero hesitation. When he gets the ball, he's been aggressive, letting the ball fly, and the ball movement has been there when the ball pressure hasn't frustrated the Rockets. But how good has he been, man? 18 points in the half, and might have a shot at another 40 ball. Why not, Craig?
Why not? Got to get a little hot, I think, to get there. But so far, he's been terrific, and they needed this performance from him without Fred VanVleet. And, of course, Jalen here recently has kind of ridden the roller coaster. 41, single digits, 28, and then struggled with his shot at the Warriors, as did most of the Rockets, where he had 14 points. However, as Amen Thompson scores again, however, when the Rockets got off to that terrible start, Jalen did and was kind of the catalyst for the Rockets initially to get back in that game. Thompson now with 14. 5 1/4 for Amen. KPJ. And he knocks it down from the free throw line. Again, one decent game against the Rockets in Houston, one awful game for him against the Rockets in Houston. Amen Thompson wide open. And air balls down. He's been the Rockets, percentage-wise, been the Rockets' best quarter three-point shooting, but those things above the break is a completely different animal. Aaron Holiday has actually been the Rockets' best and most consistent three-point threat, even with his minutes and shots and usage has been rather low this season, as Jabari's called for a foul there on Zubac.
I'm telling you right now, Ty Lue is he's giving Ime a taste of his own medicine, saying, okay, Amen Thompson, take all the shots you want, and hats off to Amen. He has made him pay, and that's something that the Rockets did to Chris Dunn, and still doing it to a degree in this ball game.
Amen so far is perfect from 2. He has hit a 3 as Powell finally gets his first triple to go down. He was 0 for 4 going into that shot. Again, Sengun's catches are so far away from the rim. Tough for him to do something with it out there as Jalen Green shoots the free throw line. His contested J is off the mark. And Kevin Porter Jr. with the rebound.
The momentum here with the Clippers. Rockets need to get a solid possession to slow things down.
Green back to Sengun, red, and knocked away by Dunn, who gets it back. Really good defensive play there by Chris Dunn.
So far, the game started good as far as turnovers, but really enhanced towards the end of the second quarter and second half.
Here comes Jalen Green, clipped and fouled, and he'll toe the line here, trying to end another 7-0 Clippers run here in this game.
Jalen had ill intentions off that split.
So Jalen to the line after the foul on Nick Batum. Take advantage of tonight's Rocket Shop online item of the game. Our new era 920 draft cap is only $18. Shop now at rocketshop.com. So he's looking for a 20 ball here. 20 piece for the game. See the Rockets turnover issues. Coming in 6th in turnovers per game, 3rd in turnover rate. So well above that without Fred VanVleet, as Green does have a 20 piece for the game. The Rockets continue to keep the Clippers at arm's length. Their biggest lead has been 14. Rebound to Dillon Brooks. Clippers are 8 of 23 from distance. The Rockets 10 of 24. From 20 at the top of the foul circle, and Dillon Brooks now with 16 points. He's made the most of his shots here in this game. 6 of 9 from the field.
And Brooks screaming over to the LA bench saying, no, 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 I'm not the one for Zubac to guard either.
KPJ on the move. Missed it. In inside position on the rebound. Jabari just ripped it away from Zubac. And then gets fouled as he brings it across.
Home man rebound. Kids at home, you hear that, grab it with two hands, get your elbows out, chin the basketball. Great job there from Jabari.
Dunn picked up the foul, his fourth. He's Dunn amongst the league leaders in steals and also leads the Clippers in deflections.
So when you play against pressure, you have to be really tight with the basketball, set better screens. Your back doors will be there, but amongst all, be strong with the ball.
Dunn to the line, to the lane, 1-on-3, got sandwiched and fouled, pass-off foul.
Such a physical guard. Chris Dunn really uses his shoulders to get downhill.
So Jabari with his third, the Rockets' fourth, 6:52 to go in the third. And our first visit here, the finale of this three-game road trip in California. The Rockets losers the first two legs of this trip for the Kings and the Warriors. Trying to bounce back here this evening. Wow, can't get off the three. Jabari is able to track him down. Porter spinning on Brooks. Hezzy, drive, score.
I saw the Kevin Porter Jr. there, didn't play around with the basketball and just got downhill.
His first start this season with the Clippers, his first start at the NBA level since April of 2023 when he was still with the Rockets, as Brooks and Porter going at it off the ball, and Porter's call for the foul, his first.
Got a little too handsy underneath with Dillon Brooks. Easy call for the officials. Look at Dillon Brooks here, man. Hey, there's no way Zubac is guarding me. Nice little step back. Talking with the bench. No, 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 Coach Ty, I'm not the one.
13 foul of the Clippers. Batum continuing to harass Şengün way away from the rim. Spins by him. There's the help by Zubac. Finds Brooks. He comes in the lane. He misses. And the rebound picked back up by Brooks to Green for three. Nope, too strong. Another offensive rebound. Back to a cutting Green. Hey! Look out below. Jalen Green stuffs it down.
High-fiving his boys in the front crowd. Man. First open look, Jalen's had a half-court dunk in a while. He's just been getting tackled.
That's a does it now for Zubac. Şengün this time not picked up on the perimeter. Goes to work. Unfortunately misses. And that's read and stolen by Jalen Green. Now finds Şengün, and he's able to gallop to the iron. It does not go down, but he ultimately got fouled. That's number 5 on Dunn. And Şengün will shoot 2.
Near finish there for Al P. You like the Rockets in transition, but this is nice right here. Al P working the glass, cutting Jalen Green. No helping. Goodness, did he fly through the air on that one.
One more coming for Şengün.
There it goes. That's fun there. Energy, high-fiving his partner in the crowd, and man. You see the whole Clippers looking over. They say, man, there's not much we can do there.
I don't know who that guy was, but when you look at him quickly, it kind of looked like Garrison Matthews a little bit.
No, that's not Garrison Matthews, dude.
I just sort of looked like him. Maybe I'm missing something.
Okay, the Intuit don't. We are really high.
We are really high.
Craig needs glasses, but Garrison.
No good halfway down. Tough look for Zubac. I'm not saying that he's here. I'm just saying the guy kind of looked like him a little bit. Blocked by Zubac. Picked up by Thompson and finishes over the top of Miller.
Offensive rebounds for the Rockets. We talked about that being a big key and paying off in the last 2 possessions. Much better energy from Houston.
Porter spins. Rockets defend him, but somehow he's able to work his way through 2, possibly 3 defenders for the banked-in shot.
Inexcusable. No way he scores over 3 Rockets right there.
Green splits a double team, comes to the lane on the other side. Oh, how about that? A little acrobatic razzle-dazzle circus shot on the other side for Jalen Green, putting on a show.
He starts heating up, man. It's going to be a problem for LA. Already has been.
Zubac, the reverse spin and score.
Yeah, just got to stay between Zubac and the rim. Make him score over you. He's capable, but too easy. They got to call that bump. It's too handsy for Batum.
That leaves Jabari wide open.
Little high-low flash action.
Calmly knocks it down. Timeout Clippers. Rockets up 12. 3:59 to go in the third. 4 of the 5 Rocket starters are in double figures, led by Jalen Green. Look at the split of the double team that the Circus make on the other side. 24 for Jalen Green again in a game the Rockets needed the offensive rebound, high in the air and down hard with it, Ryan Hollins.
This is a pretty look here. LP with their offensive rebound, throwing it to Jalen, man. And there is nothing that the Clippers are going to do with that one. A little frustration on the rim, high-fiving his boy, getting the energy here in the building for the Rockets.
Riding that scoring roller coaster, and right now he's on the upward trajectory. Pass and crash. Jae'Sean Tate, who's the best at it on the Rockets roster of taking charges, just haven't seen much of it because he doesn't play a whole lot. Took one there.
He has been unbelievable, man. And I'm telling you, from this guy's diet to his workouts to his commitment, he's in the gym early. And everybody's, tired or rested, man. JT is getting his work in, and normally you'd see conditioning be a problem or a little hesitancy, man. And JT has not missed a beat, putting guys in the right spots, knows where to be. He's a coach on the floor, but man, what a luxury.
Let's come back and help Jalen. Swinging inbound the ball. Green got right by Powell, got pushed on his way into the lane, and we'll go back to the line here. First on Powell, more freebies here for Jalen Green.
There has been a delay of game against the Clippers.
Delay of game warning on the Clippers. And now this word from Moore. And he stays perfect at the line. Rockets have been very good. They're not even shooting towards the wall in this half. Green 6 for 6. Adams in for Şengün, and Powell takes it to him.
Steven doesn't have the same foot speed, but nonetheless still a very physical presence. There you
Tate
go.
draws the foul on Bones Highland, and he wants Ty Lue to call the timeout and challenge this. He can't believe it.
I think Bones Highland realized who he was getting posted up by. See Jeff Van Gundy there, and Jason Powell, assistant coach. Head trainer there, and Ty Lue saying, what, challenge him? They're like, no. Brian Shaw.
And even with all those Clippers current dignitaries, you might be the most popular person in the building here tonight.
Too kind, Craig.
They love you here, man.
Good times here in LA. This is home for me. Very familiar with the Clipper organization.
Zubac shooting 7 of 12 helps keep him behind you in terms of the all-time true shooting percentage record holder in Clippers franchise history.
Cheering pretty hard for those misses. I am.
I mean, when I think of Clippers basketball, I think of you and Lloyd Hawk.
Oh goodness!
Wow. Oh, no rebound, Tate. Tate's had a very good all-around game.
He's been all over the place, man, flying around. He looks faster.
Thompson on Miller.
There you go.
He's just pretty much unstoppable when he gets the ball moving downhill like that into the paint.
Well, what you're saying is there's no way you don't have somebody guarding me, and I'm going to make you pay. And Ben Thompson has done that several times here tonight.
Highland to Porter, and he makes it from the corner. His second three, he's got 14 now. Jalen Green off the pick, open look at the three, missed that halfway down. And then take it back by Amen Thompson. Back to Green. Working on Porter. Stepping back, tough three into corner and bounces off. And they hit the top of the backboard, I think. Was there a foul? Was Adams? I think they're called foul. I think Kai Jones was holding Steven Adams.
Kai Jones.
Yeah, that is the call.
Yeah, Kai can fly, but there's not much he's going to do with Steven Adams.
Yeah, he's got the hops, doesn't have the width.
No, that's a tough one.
So Steven Adams to the line here for the first time. A couple of points in this game.
I do want to chime in and say we did welcome to this edition of Ryan's Friends.
Yep.
Today would have been one of the best episodes.
Would have been the best
We
episode.
walked in, this is a new dome, and yet everybody knew who he was. It was
Everybody.
very sweet.
Like the second he got off the bus.
The ushers, security, Ryan Hollins.
Media members.
Yes.
Did you do an interview in the media room when we were eating?
Didn't do an interview in the media room. What is?
I think you were actually doing an interview in there. They love you here, man.
That was
Love you.
Brad Turner, the LA Times, man.
Okay,
Ryan, you got my guys here?
Did he or did he not interview you?
He did not interview me. That's so why are you starting this?
Ryan, is that your
from the
guy?
corner.
Brad is my guy.
Blocked by Jones, and it's tipped in. And they're going to give Adams the bucket there.
Goodness.
He missed his free throws, but he's 2 for 2 from the field. Here comes Porter to Powell. No. Rebound tip. Adams, can he save it? Oh, look out. Went diving head first. Over there, just outside of the basket stanchion. Just leaving it all on the line. Steven Adams. You know, we were in San Francisco. There was a 7.0 earthquake the other day. By the way, I never felt it. That registered 5.2 on the Richter scale. Did you feel that earthquake when we were in the Bay Area?
I did not.
Neither did I.
My phone got a tsunami watch alert.
So did mine. I didn't think anything of it, and all of a sudden it was like there was an earthquake. I was like, oh, never even felt it.
Rockets here, hitting the glass. It's been really good offensively. And Holiday getting the nod.
Ooh,
wow.
Got chucked.
Little UCLA love, huh? Little UCLA love right there.
I thought you boys weren't supposed to do that to one another.
Our boys get out and compete, Craig. You know that. Our guys go compete. Steven Adams going full Dennis Rodman. Go ahead and lay out, big fella. Lay out. Watch out. Head first. And Big Steven, this is what you want. The bench getting up. And this is sell out for your team.
Now, he did step out of bounds.
He did. It's the effort that counts. Hey, you know what? Don't look back. And
It was terrific effort there by Adams.
really good in Golden State, though. Best minutes of the year. Oh, wow. UCLA Bruins right there. What's going on, Kurt?
I don't know. I thought you guys.
No buddy ball.
No, I thought you guys played a very soft brand of basketball over at UCLA in that privileged campus that you guys attended.
The campus is privileged, okay. We're not taking that back.
Highland on Tate, back to Jones, and he lays it up and in.
Bones Highland and Kevin Porter, really aggressive, man. Those two.
Well, Highland was terrific in the first half, as was Miller. They'll get the ball back. Green, one-on-one with Highland.
Yeah, this is the matchup.
Now to Amen Thompson. Shot clock winding down. Working on Jones. Now on Miller. Stepping back. Midi two. Bounce down. Friendly bounce on the road for Amen Thompson. He's got 20 points now. That would have counted. It did not. And that'll do it. With 3 quarters in the books here at Inglewood. The Rockets lead the Clippers 95-83, trying to make it 3 wins and 3 tries against Los Angeles. Rockets Rockets attempting to end their first losing streak of this season, up by 12 through 3 here in LA, 95-83. This game summary is presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Rockets out shooting the Clippers, out rebounding the Clippers by 17. They lead LA a plus 12 in terms of second chance points. That just so happens to be your scoring margin through 3. Ahmed Thompson's got a season high 26 and 4 dimes. Jalen Green sitting on 26 and a 16 spot for Dylan Brooks. Those are the guys who are the Rockets' top 3 scorers so far.
Jason Tate, unbelievable.
Yeah, he's been very, very good. Shepherd chasing Porter. And makes it. Rockets hit the Clippers with that 12-2 run to close out the second quarter. Margin of this game has pretty much been about the same ever since, as Tate rolls to the lane, and when he gets to his left hand, that's what he wants to do, coming through the lane, and it is kind of tough to stop. And what a night for him.
Someone's going for a ride right there. Not much he can do.
Missed that shot. Rebound cleared by Şengün. He's got 8 of those, 6 dimes, 11 points. Shepherd from Tate. Didn't hesitate. Missed the shot, though. That's his second miss of the game. 0 for 2 from the 3-point line.
Alpe's been really quiet since Batum switched on to him.
Zubac picks up Jones. Don't forget, Rockets and Warriors Wednesday night elimination game for the NBA Cup. 7:30 pregame start. 8:30 thereabouts. Tip right here on Space City Home Network. Join us if you can't come to the game. Miller loses Shepherd, drives the lane. Misses the shot. Tate there with the rim protection. Holiday evades Porter to Shepherd. Back on the reset to Jabari. He'll launch. Had his best game of the season last time out against the Clippers. 28 and 11. Jabari is working on a double-double in this one. Does have 9 points and 9 boards. Şengün fronting Zubac, so he couldn't throw it down to him. Shot clock inside of 5. And Porter ended up getting fouled. He'll shoot 2 with 10, 13 to go. Some free throws coming up here for the Clippers. Christmas vacation night is coming to Toyota Center on Thursday, December the 19th, when the Rockets take on the New Orleans Pelicans, or at least what remains of the New Orleans Pelicans. Starting at just $20, you will receive a ticket to the game and a Rockets red Alpine hat. Get your tickets now at Rockets.com.
Porter been pretty good this half and looking to make things happen. No James Harden available. Got the start tonight. He's going to have some juice playing against the Rockets. His former teammates on the floor still.
Zoom on Şengün again. There's the help. Clippers flying around on defense. Smith goes baseline, missed the punch, but got fouled.
That's one thing in the last couple of games we've been seeing from Jabari is him not settling for that mid-range, but going all the way to the rim. It'd be nice if he ends up throwing that one down. Let's see what goes on here and gets slapped there from Batum. So good call from the officials.
Another make for the Rockets at the line. Jabari now with another double-double. His 4th this season, his 2nd in as many games against the Clippers. Misses that one. Rockets have been excellent so far tonight at the line. Clippers only shot 8 free throws. It's got 24. And Highlands gets denied, but ultimately gets fouled. So he'll go to the free throw line.
Similar, these Clipper guards without James Harden on the floor, Bones Highland and Kevin Porter, they're saying, hey man, give us an opportunity to play, and been aggressive with the basketball.
James is having the worst shooting season of his career, but is still their engine. Harden's only shooting 38% from the floor and 34% from the three-point line. Almost 10 percentage points lower for James Harden this season from 2 than what he's put up in his career from 2.
Yeah, but you know, when James Harden came here, I don't know if he envisioned that he'd be the only star, so-called, left. Paul George gone and no Kawhi available.
Kawhi still hurt, but again, Kawhi Leonard expected back before Christmas. He is ramping up his workouts, although he has missed like 30% of his games since signing his hometown Clippers. Smith falls down, regains his balance, finds a wide open Aaron Holiday, and he knocks it down. So he's a 40%er, and he started 0 of 3 from 3. He's made his last 2, and guess what? He's shooting 40% from 3 in this game, now 2 of 5.
Sure what the Clippers were doing there, just a blown assignment. And of all people, you leave Aaron Holiday open.
It's 11 of 31 from 3. Foul line Jimmy, too strong. Rebound, and unfortunately Jabari just kicked it over to Ben Sullivan.
Hustle though, man. Jabari chases down every single rebound on both ends.
Dylan Brooks coming in, Tate going out. Really, really good game for Jae'Sean Tate.
Yeah, for a guy who hadn't played, you know, meaningful minutes in a while. And
I think that when he got into the first half, it was the first time he's been in the first half of a game all year.
And here's the thing for Coach Udoka, you know, he's going to watch these minutes and he's going to play well.
Stuffed by Şengün, pinball back off of Zubac.
He'll continue to get opportunities. Good job there warming up on Zubac. And again, like I said earlier, Craig, make Zubac score over you. Not that he can't, but those are much harder shots.
Every Zubac miss, there's a little smile from Ryan Hollins.
Trying to get I'll be the cheat code, man. Wall up, make him score over you, be tough, hold your ground.
Shepherd from 3. Porter spinning. Now to Miller, hadn't scored since that great first half, and that's an easy 2 for him.
Hey, got to step up and help. What's he been doing to him?
12 now for Miller. Holiday to Shepherd to Brooks for 3. Fighting for the board is Jabari Smith Jr. The kick out to Holiday, and he tickles the twine.
Just talked about Jabari hitting the glass on both ends. How good has he been, not just this game, but this season?
He has rebounded the ball exceptionally well against the Clippers this season. Porter with Brooks on his hip pocket, and there's a foul that's going to be called. And that's going to be Dylan's 3rd.
This is the best game against the Rockets for Kevin Porter Jr. But look at this, man. Jabari comes from the other side, gets that, and those are the best three-pointers you can get is off of offensive rebounds, and Aaron Holiday lines it up. Looking like Drew Holiday tonight, man. Got the hairdo of his brother, got the headband going.
A little bit of a different look for him on this trip. Miller off the Zubac's pick. Halfway down, popped out, stays with it, misses. Back to Şengün. Will pick and pop for 3. Nope. He's 0 for 2 from the three-point line. Highland. And that bounces down front rim and eventually dropped.
Well, Bones has a street ball game, man. Got a lot of handles and moves.
Didn't go so well for him in Denver, but he has found rejuvenation here this season with Clippers. Brooks.
I think he was trying to get it back.
He threw that one up hard. Bones again. Rocks the cradle, shoots, misses this time. Bones Island's 5 of 8 from deep. And he is shooting a career high for 3 this year. In fact, this is the 2nd game in a row that Bones has made 5 threes. Thompson will turn around for the free throw line and kind of looked like a Rodney McCray free throw. Line drive. Ahmed Thompson now with 22. Clippers call another timeout with the Rockets now leading 106-93. Aaron Holiday gets some good run here and doing what he does, which is make threes. 3 of them, in fact.
He was asked what stands out about Houston, and he said their defensive mindset. He said Ime Udoka has put his stamp on this team. They are tough-nosed. They compete every night. He said he did the same thing in Boston. They play hard and complete defensively every game. Eason Brooks Thompson, he said they just make it really tough on pretty much every team, and they're extremely aggressive, Craig and Ryan.
Oh, thank you, Vanessa, and thank you, Ty Lue, because yes, the Rockets are extremely aggressive. Although we have a I'm not sure why Powell's taking. Did you see what happened?
Craig, I'm sure we'll find out very soon. And I played for Ty Lue. He ran the defense under Doc in both places in LA and
Dylan Brooks got teed up
in Boston, and Dylan said something that, Craig, you probably read those lips, couldn't tell what.
Well, if I would have read the lips, I would have known he got teed up.
Yeah, but Ty Lue, yeah, very defensive minded, always been that way.
Powell works baseline. This is everything.
See the speedy lineup with Jabari at center.
Jalen just got fouled by Bones.
The challenge is who's Zubac going to guard. Looks like he's going to attempt to check him in, Thompson, and it's something we've seen used by Coach Udoka a lot more.
And Jalen Green back to the line. 4th on Bones Highland. Give the gift of Rockets basketball this season. Rockets holiday packs. You can choose from our Fred and Green plan or holiday plan starting just $99. Each plan comes with a 5 Rockets games plus a Christmas vacation themed clutch figurine. Don't wait, get yours now at Rockets.com. Okay, Rockets back home on Wednesday. Taking on the Warriors in that elimination game. The NBA Cup quarterfinals. Coverage starting at 7:30. Powell raising up. Jalen Green goes high for his 3rd rebound. Rockets are almost out rebounding the Clippers by 20. He'll pull back. Highland ahead of steam to Batum. Back to Green. Both these teams have had their issues shooting threes this season. Although the Clippers do have plenty of guys who have shot it well, but overall they've slipped here as of late. They were hot when they were in Houston, but they've slipped here a little bit as of late. Middle of the pack are the Clippers when it comes to effective field goal percentages. Zubac gets it a little high over the top pass for 2.
Giving him an angle. He's too huge, and Dylan Brooks couldn't get back around.
Another double-double for Zubac. Safting a double-double. We'll pull back 3 over Zubac. Smith, short. Can't get complacent here. Plenty of time left. Powell draws the crowd, finds Zubac for the flush. It's only a 10-point game, and Ime's kind of feeling what I'm feeling right now. Again, you can't get complacent. Still a lot of basketball left to be played, and a 10-point lead with 4 minutes to go is just not big enough. Places. And by the Season to Give, presented by Macy's. 108-98 Houston, 4:22 to go. Rockets taking on the Clippers for the 3rd time this season, trying to make it 3-0 against the Clippers. And the Rockets have gone cold. They've missed 3 straight shots, 5 of their last 6. Some momentum for LA, a timeout for Ime, and hopefully the Rockets with some momentum grabbing possessions here coming out of this timeout. Sengun back out on the floor. Rockets are rocking with their starting lineup tonight. Again, no Fred VanVleet. Ahmed Thompson starting for him. And again, as he's done as a starter, he's excelled. Brooks for 3. Brooks for 3. His 4th.
Yeah, Clippers really over-rotated on that possession. Excellent job by the Rockets moving the basketball, taking advantage, and Dylan Brooks paying off the ball movement again.
Over the top to Zubac, and he got hacked by Jabari Smith Jr.
I don't know why the Rockets keep letting Zubac get in behind them. You got to stay in front, root him out.
So Jabari with the foul, Zubac to the line, and now a word from Mattress Firm.
All yours.
How do you sleep at night?
On a mattress from Mattress Firm.
So a 52%er, and Ivica Zubac makes the first. His first free throw of the game. Only the Clippers 12. He's got one more to come. So since he's basically been a 50-50 proposition since he made the first, well, we'll see what happens. Two for two. Rockets trying to get back in the win column. And the Clippers, their second straight home loss. Smith, no, but there was a foul on Powell. That was on the pass off.
And Norman just charging through the screen, using too much hands. Played on that team with Fred, won a world championship over in Toronto.
Green slithering, freed himself up, missed the J. And Şengün was fouled going for the rebound with 3:21 to go.
Yeah, you got Kevin Porter trying to guard Alp down low with Zubac roaming. You got to feed Şengün, somehow get him the basketball. That's inexcusable, but good job though from Alp. Hit the glass. You know, if the ball doesn't come to you, don't stop playing. And Coach Udoka trying to get guys in the right spot. And
back to Şengün off the glass, a little bit of an awkward angle. Miller to Zubac to score the last 6 for them off his fingertips to Bones Hyland. A collision and a block. They're going to count the hoop and one coming up for Bones Hyland. Şengün can't believe it. Wants his coaches to take a look at it and challenge it. They can because they won their challenge earlier in the game, and they will indeed call a timeout and challenge this. Şengün was convinced he was in a legal guarding position and outside of the restricted area, and we'll see what they decide when we come back. Yep, 9-point Rockets lead, 2:59 to go. That last play that they ultimately called a block and one for Bones Hyland.
question is, are these feet outside of the restricted?
I think they are.
Gets that heel up over the line.
Question is, was there any movement by him in to Hyland?
After review, the defender, Şengün, was not in his path prior to his upward shooting motion. Therefore, it's a blocking foul. We'll have one shot for Bones Hyland.
Yeah, he was still moving. That's where the call is. Look at him. He wasn't there. He's still sliding in.
Yeah, it slid into his path.
But again, we've seen that same play be called a charge also.
Well, straight line pathway plays have been a point of emphasis this season in the league. It's about who's creating contact, and if the defender takes the driver off his line, and that's what they ultimately felt, that Şengün took Hyland off his line, which he's entitled to.
Well, when the Rockets go and watch film, Alp slide over, go vertical, and block or contest that shot, and he doesn't score. No need for him to be taking charges, especially if he's out of position. But Kevin Porter Jr. guarding Şengün.
22 now for Bones Hyland, the season high. Into Smith to dig the shot, the miss, poked out, Jabari avoids Porter, but Zubac's there to swat it away. Clippers still very much alive. Bones from the wing.
pass, though, from Sengun. You got to get him the ball earlier, and then watch the Clippers collapse.
Sengun falls down, it's loose, Green dives, and had it knocked out of bounds. Rockets fortunate to have it, but look at the shot clock. There's only 4.5 remaining on this possession for the Rockets, who aren't exactly closing this game out with a ton of confidence here.
Yeah, very shaky. And the Rockets taking too long to get into their set, so now they got to get it and go.
Into Green. Up top, comes around the pick. Shot clock winding down, off balance heave, and he got it to go!
Just a tough shot maker. It hasn't had too many this season, but those are the plays we're just kind of used to seeing from Jalen Green.
Scoop and score for Kevin Porter Jr. He's got 19. Green's got 31. Rockets by 9. Get 2 on him into Thompson. He gets double teamed to Sengun. Not great spacing. Back to Thompson. Into the lane he comes. Now to Brooks. Spacing is still not great. Dillon has to shoot the ball. He does. And it rolls off. Here comes Powell. Runner. No. Popped out.
Great defense from Dillon Brooks. Norman Powell had a head of steam.
2 on Green to Sengun. Behind the back to Jabari. They quickly recover on him. Gets it back, shoots for 3, makes it!
Paul Buchan, A+ here from the Rockets in this game.
It hasn't exactly been clean and purdy down the stretch here for the Rockets, but the 3s by Green and Smith have been huge.
Yeah, attacking the over-rotations of the Clippers. Last shot starting to empty the crowd. Some of these Clipper fans, no greater feeling.
Again, the Rockets hang on and win this thing. They get that tiebreaker against the Clippers. You never know if it's going to come in handy at the end of the season with how tight the standings are going to be in this super competitive Western Conference. Sengun milking clock, the back down, another behind the back pass, and then Thompson will reverse pivot. Misses that one. He has a season-high 22. Highland to Zubac, fouled. And 17 and 3/10 seconds stand between the Rockets and a 3-0 start against the Clippers this season. The Rockets and Adidas are excited to host this season's Winter Skills Camp on January the 4th and 5th at Element Sportsplex. Kids ages 10 and up will work on their basketball skills with highly trained coaches, plus receive a camp t-shirt, shooting bands, and tickets to an upcoming Rockets game. Register your kid now at Rockets.com. Zubac with a 20 and 12 double-double, but misses his first free throw. Rockets' last 3 makes, even though it's been shaky down the stretch, have all been 3s. The one by Green was the biggest one of them all. With that shot clock winding down. And after the Rockets posted back-to-back losses for the first time this season, they get right here in LA in their first ever game inside of the Intuit Dome in Inglewood as the 2 head coaches hug and exchange pleasantries. And the Rockets snap the losing streak and get their 3rd win already against the Clippers this season. The final 117 to 106 as Jalen Green finishes with 31 points, one of 6 Rockets in double figures tonight, and that was the game sealer. Had to, ran it up. You heard it, that was pure. I love those shots that go down with the horn in the background. This is what Jabari followed up with. Again, those 2 big 3s down the stretch, even though things got a tad bit shaky for Houston. Helped bring the Rockets home and help deliver them this victory again here tonight against the Los Angeles Clippers. And Amen Thompson, who had a terrific game, stepping in for Fred VanVleet as a starter. Another great game as a starter for the Rockets is with Vanessa now.
Amin, all 5 starters in double figures tonight. What did you like about the collective effort from this Rockets team?
I just like how we were moving the ball, getting everybody involved, really. Yeah.
Royale Ivy at halftime called you the Energizer Bunny of this team. Why do you think you're able to pack such a punch every night?
I just take pride in doing that. You know, I like bringing the energy, you know, bringing defense. I love winning, so I feel like I'm a winner in all aspects.
You all were obviously shorthanded tonight. What did you like about the effort from Aaron Holiday and Steven Adams, Jayshawn Tate off the bench?
They were great. You know, you know what they're going to do. You know, they're always ready there. And today was their time to help us win, and they did that.
I saw that step back mid-range jumper. Are we going to see more of that?
You saw that? Y'all saw that, right? Nah, yeah, we're going to see more of that. You know, I've been working on that. Just my jump shot in general, and I'm proud of where I'm at.
Yeah, you should be. Thanks, Amin.
Thank you.
Craig?
All right, thank you to Amen Thompson. Thank you to Vanessa Richardson. Season high 22 for him, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. Excellent defense as always, and excelling as a starter in place of Fred VanVleet as the Rockets snap their first losing streak of the season.